Добро пожаловать в RAJE! Самая обалденная программа в стране. Для молодых русских, американских евреев.
Larissa, English, спасибо.
Oh, English. Хорошо, хорошо. Welcome to RAJE, the most exciting program in the country for young Russian American Jews. Do we really need this? Okay, great. Look, RAJE isn't just another program. It's a transformational experience that binds people together in lifelong connections. It starts with our unique RAJE Fellowships program, which includes 10 weekly Sunday sessions, 45 incredible hours of learning and discovery, 2 amazing weekend retreats, and a 14-day trip to Europe and Israel, an inspirational journey that opens the mind and the heart. Touched to the core, our people find all kinds of RAJE events when they get back to cement the connections they've made to Judaism and to the whole community. Hey, you guys helped so many young Russian Jews get to this country. We want to do our part to make them feel at home within the Jewish community. The results have been outrageous. Tonight, 40 RAJers are being honored. 40 amazing people who took the lessons they learned at RAJE and went out into the community to spread the wealth. So we put together a 5-minute video for each one of them, and we're going to show them to you now. Okay, как смешно. Я бы взяла подушку, чтобы тут ночевать. Okay, seriously. We're just going to meet 5 of them, but all 40 are featured in your program and on the RAJE website, so check them out. First up, when we say RAJE alumni have reached out into the community, nobody has reached as far, geographically speaking, as Jane Ponich. On a RAJE trip to Israel, Jane's group volunteered at the Hazon Yeshaya soup kitchen in Jerusalem. She was so moved by the experience that when she got back to New York, she decided to take the next step.
I saw Holocaust survivors that went through so much already, yet they didn't have enough money for food. So when we're standing there peeling potatoes, serving the food for that day, I looked around my peers, my group, and I said, we're so successful. We could definitely afford to give back a little. I stepped off the plane and I started organizing something. This soup kitchen was in dire need of funds. The model that I created was a live people auction. This year I had Yuri Foreman give boxing lessons for an hour. Lo and behold, 250 people showed up the first year, and we fed a lot of people, and that was the greatest feeling in the world. It's our turn to take the lead and be charitable and giving and take initiative.
Making a difference in the real world is what RAJE is all about. RAJE leadership graduate David Sturbin is finding a way to make the world a better place in the public arena.
You run for office because you're trying to make things better. This was the best way that I could help people. And this is what this organization is doing, RAJE. They really teach you to understand Jewish life, and they teach you to understand how to answer certain questions about Jewish philosophy, Jewish religion, Jewish life. And they're making our neighborhoods better. They're building better citizens. When they go out into the world, they're going to be better Jews, but they're also going to be better humans. And that's why this organization is so important.
RAJers reach out, but they never forget their roots. Lana Monastersky found that when people stay connected after a fellowship or trip, they're a lot more likely to reach out into the community.
Well, you can't have a community if you're just alone. RAJE On is the follow-up program to RAJE. It's for the alumni, by the alumni. And our goal is to inspire our alumni to become lay leaders, to be altruistic, to have a sense of a community, to care about another and our future Jewish generation. You have to care about the world, and you have to love yourself in Judaism, I think. It is, for my whole spiritual quest, this is the cool spiritual religion. Nobody tells you that.
We've been talking about how connecting with RAJE awakens a sense of belonging to the larger community, of the Jewish people and of Israel. There's no better example of how that's worked than Ross Dent. He's like the go-to person at RAJE for Israel advocacy.
Whenever Israel is in trouble, you see Russian Jews that will get together for a demonstration, a protest. RAJE is the main reason, I guess, for that, because the RAJE accepted them into the family and helped them grow. I think RAJE is doing an amazing job with educating. When people go to Israel and they get that background, they get those 10 classes, they begin to understand, okay, this is the land of milk and honey. Okay, now I understand why the fruits are so sweet. I went on this Hasbara trip, which is a RAJE trip, and we went through a program where we were shown different ways to appeal to our peers and ways to advocate for Israel. The event touched me, so I got together with some people and we were able to rally in support / outrage against this crime. There's a passage in the Torah that says, if not me, then who else? I believe in that passage. I think that's how the world is. If there's no one there to do it, you have to do it yourself.
For some, getting far away is the key to getting close. That's what happened to Ken Soloway. It was only after joining the Marine Corps that he felt the need to strengthen his Jewish identity.
As Jews, you only feel like a Jew when you feel different, and it's very hard to feel different when you're living in New York. So when I went down south, and for a lot of these other Marines, I was the first Jew they ever met in their entire life, I suddenly felt different. And that's where everything changed. RAJE showed me a non-threatening, very normal, very relatable approach, and I think then I realized that I need more. So that was enough of a push for me to start looking into it. It was very clear. I work in a place like that. I work in a place where we're there for other Jews, for everyone. So why don't I do what they do here? Why don't I stand there with open arms and say, I'm here to create programming for you. I'm here to show you something that was taken away from you years ago, from your grandparents. So if I have any responsibility, it's to at least show it to you.
We're going to be talking about this for a long time, I'll tell you that.
It's exciting, it's inspiring, and keeps me going. That's my fuel.
40 awesome people, 40 stories of how being a part of something small has made people a part of something big. That's really the message here. When you connect with RAJE, you not only make it possible for thousands of young people to reconnect with their heritage, you help build a foundation for the entire community. Now that's outrageous.